Hey, what is up guys, this is CMQB here, and on this channel we do cubing tutorials and reviews just like this one, so if you're interested, consider subscribing. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube, and I'll have links to some of my favorite 2x2 cubes in the description below, so be sure to check those out. Let's get into the video. First, I'm going to go over algorithm notation. It's important to know how a set of moves are being performed, so I'll teach you what each face's name is and how it moves. So, the top face that I like to call, it's actually the upper face. You'll see it noted as U. And when it says a U move, it's a up face in a clockwise direction. And when you see U prime, it's the letter with a little dash. It means counterclockwise. And all of this is in respect to the face that it is talking about. So a U is clockwise and a U prime is counterclockwise. This is the right face. So when it says R prime, it is counterclockwise. So I'll move it down and clockwise this way, because it's in respect to this face. This is the left face. So when it says left clockwise, I'll move it down. Or when it says L prime, counterclockwise. And the three other ones you'll need to know is F and F prime, because F clockwise and F counterclockwise. The other two you need to know are the down face. So this is down clockwise, this is down counterclockwise. So D prime and D. And the last one is back. Back moves aren't used very often, but in some algorithms they are. So this is back prime and back. The first step in solving the 2x2 is to solve any single layer. Common misconception is that a cube is solved face by face, when this is not actually the case. I like to start with the white layer, as most people do, but you can actually start with any layer. So let's do a quick scramble. Okay, so I like to start with the logo piece just because it gives me a reference point. So when you solve the first layer, you're going to look for a piece that is white and also orange, because it needs to match up right here. So we'll look around the cube and we see that the white and orange piece is right here. So I like to say put it directly below where it needs to go. So I'll spin the bottom face and put that corner piece directly below where it needs to go. So the first algorithm that you'll need to know to solve the 2x2 is a corner placing algorithm. So when this white piece is facing to the right, when you have it below where it needs to go, you'll do this set of moves: R prime, D prime, R, D, and that placed in your corner. So we'll look for our next corner. So we need a green and white piece, and we see that it is down here. So I'm going to rotate the bottom face so that corner is below where it needs to go, and we'll do that same set of moves. It's going to take a few more times because it's on the bottom now. So we'll go R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D, and one more time, R prime, D prime, R, D. And we have solved the first layer. Notice that these pieces have to match in order for the first layer to be solved. So after solving your first layer, you're going to solve the last layer. And you start out by solving the last layer by doing something called OLL, orient last layer. When you orient the last layer, you're just solving these top yellow corners. Don't worry about these just yet, you're just going to solve this top yellow face. And in beginner's method, you only have to know one algorithm. You might have to do it multiple times, but when starting out, it's nice to only have to remember one of them. So you'll hold it a certain way. There's different cases each time. I like to think of them as headlights here, and then headlights in the back. And you'll hold these towards you in this case, and you're going to do this set of moves. This is going to be universal to solving these. So you're going to do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And now we have kind of cycled those corners. So now you'll hear me say put the yellow corner in the bottom left corner a lot of the time, because we're going to do that set of moves again, but with this in the bottom left corner. So we'll do it again. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And now I'll do the same thing. I'll put this in the bottom left corner, and you'll see now that I have a yellow piece here and a yellow piece here. That's when I know I'm going to solve the yellow face. So I'll do it one more time. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And now we have solved the yellow corners. So the last layer in solving the 2x2 Rubik's Cube is called PLL, permutate the last layer. And once we have our first layer solved and our yellow corner solved, we're going to fix all of these. So you'll look around the cube on the top layer, and you'll look for two sets of corners that match each other. So these two orange pieces match each other. So I'm going to line them up with the correct face, which is the orange, and then I'm going to hold it on the bottom, and with the white towards me, we're going to do the last algorithm that you have to know. It's going to solve these two corners because they're going to switch places, because these two are already correct. So we're going to hold the white face towards you and the orange on the bottom, the solved face. It doesn't always have to be orange. Do this set of moves. R prime, U, R prime, down twice, R, U prime, R prime, down twice, R2, and then back. And the back might be this way or this way. You'll just have to look and see. You see the two red here, just move it that way. You see them here, just move them that way. And that's how you solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Alright, so now I'm going to do just a couple of example solves just to help cement what I've told you as far as algorithms go. So let's go ahead and do a scramble. And technically there's certain ways to scramble it, but I'll just mix it up quite a bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. So, like I said, I like to start with the white layer, and I'll look around and look for that white and orange piece now. I see that it's directly below where it needs to go. So, I can do those sets of moves, or I can rotate it on the bottom face and do something like flip it up. That's what I like to call it. It flips up the corner. So it's on the bottom face, and you just flip it up. And now I'll look for the green and white piece that needs to go next to it, and it's right here. So once again, I'll be able to put it over here and flip it up. Now on the last corner, if I put it here and flip it up, notice I misplaced that other corner. So that's when we have to use the algorithm that I showed you. And it's directly below where it needs to go already, the red and white piece. So we'll do that set of moves that I explained earlier. R prime, D prime, R, D. We have our first layer now. So I'll flip the cube over, holding white on the bottom, and I'll hold this one on the bottom left and do the soon move. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. I'll flip it over and do the same thing. And we notice it'll be solved now because the yellow's there and the yellow's there. So R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Now we'll do PLL. So we'll match up our two solved ones with the correct face, holding white towards you and the solved face on the bottom. We'll do the last algorithm. R prime, U, R prime, D2, R, U prime, R prime, D2, R2, back. And that's how you solve it. So now I'm going to do a full speed solve just to give you a little bit of an idea how I solve the 2x2. So let's go ahead and do a scramble. Okay, so I'll look for my logo piece that I like to start with, and look around for my corner pieces. And so that was how to solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Today I was using the Cyclone Boys 2x2, so I'll drop a link down to it in the description along with some of my other favorite 2x2s. If you like this video, consider subscribing and giving us a like down below. Also drop a comment of future video ideas you guys would like to see, and check back for more cubing videos. Thanks guys, and just keep solving.